He always killed his targets before they could react. But this time, facing someone who seemed genuinely sorry, he hesitated and let him go. A year later, that same guy had turned his life around, gotten married, and had a kid. He was living the kind of happy life Goodman could only dream of, which made him furious. So he quit the killing business cold turkey and became a regular 9-to-5 office worker. Reality hit him hard. Every day was just commuting by bus, typing reports, and staring at spreadsheets. After work, he'd take out trash and cook dinner for the kids day after day. 10 years of this dull routine wore down his marriage and crushed his spirit. One night, he woke up half asleep to use the bathroom and found 2 armed robbers in his house. He calmly grabbed a pool cue for protection and carefully tried to dial the cops. But the robbers spotted him first. Goodman told them the cash was in the dish by the door, but it was just loose change. So they grabbed his gold watch too, and that is when he saw the tattoo on the guy's wrist. Then he noticed something crucial. Their guns were empty. The robbers left with his stuff, and after locking up, Goodman tried to help his son off the floor. But his son shoved him away, furious that his dad froze when he could have stopped them. Even the cop who showed up mocked him, and his wife couldn't stop complaining about it. His daughter was the only one who still adored him, always giving him a hug before he left for work. One day he came home, and she told him her favorite cat bracelet was missing. She always kept it in the coin dish, so the robbers must have taken it that night. His daughter was his baby girl, and this was the last straw. He stormed out the door. He went to the nursing home to see his father and put on one of his old jackets. Then he pulled out his dad's expired ID, a stack of cash, and a handgun. It was still loaded, and his old man smiled, proud to see him fight back. He started visiting tattoo shops looking for someone with that same design, and soon caught a lead. The guy's crew closed in fast, so Goodman pulled out cash and said he just wanted information, no trouble. But that move exposed the poker card tattoo on his wrist. The veteran's whole attitude flipped to total respect. Even the thugs backed off instantly, and the boss asked how he could help. Goodman pointed at the tattoo and said he needed to find this guy, then broke into the robber's apartment. He didn't say a word, just punched the man in the face and put the gun to his head. The woman quickly took off the watch and handed it back, and then he demanded the cat bracelet too. But the guy swore he'd never seen it, which made Goodman snap and knock him to the floor. He loaded a round into the chamber, but then he heard a baby crying in the next room. Inside was an infant hooked up to an oxygen mask. They'd been stealing to pay for medical bills. His rage cooled off and he left, but the anger was still burning inside him. He got on the bus to go home, thinking that fire would never get released. Then, an SUV forced the bus to stop and a bunch of drunk guys climbed out. Goodman saw his chance. He opened the door for them like he was welcoming them to their own funeral. Once on board, they started causing chaos and harassing a young woman in her seat. Goodman calmly walked through the crowd, took the driver's phone, and politely escorted him off the bus. Then he locked the doors and turned to face the drunks. Goodman pulled out his revolver and ejected every single bullet onto the floor. The thugs burst out laughing, thinking one of them could easily take down this old man. The first guy swung hard at Goodman's face, which was exactly what he wanted. He ate 2 more punches, then struck back. He shoved the guy down hard, then landed a brutal punch as another one tried to jump him from behind. But that guy's fist was no match for Goodman's skull. The pain woke up his combat instincts that had been asleep for 20 years. Every move was sharp and efficient. One of them pulled a knife and stabbed him in the side, but Goodman backhanded him to the ground. 2 guys pin him down while the driver sees his chance and kicks him off the bus. He wraps his watch around his fist, pulls the knife from his belt, and stabs the guy next to him. The thug catches his wrist with both hands, so Goodman just starts hammering him with his other fist. He stabs another one, spins around, and kicks him down hard. But the rest of the punks work together and throw him straight out of the bus door. Outside, Goodman gets back up, ignores the driver yelling at him, and tears the door open again. He walks back on like nothing happened, and now the punks are scared. They don't want to fight anymore. But Goodman cuts a seatbelt loose, wraps it around his knuckles, and they have no choice. He is fully warmed up now and starts swinging left and right. These young guys don't stand a chance against the old man, and within seconds he has got them all beaten down. One of them grabs Goodman's revolver and starts loading it, but Goodman just walks to the back. He snaps off a handrail, rushes forward, knocks the gun away, and beats him with the pole. The punk drops, gasping for air, and Goodman doesn't want to kill him by accident. So he grabs a Coke bottle, makes an emergency airway in the guy's throat, and inserts a straw so he can breathe. After he finishes the emergency procedure, he hands the driver's phone back and walks off. But he doesn't know that bigger trouble is already coming his way. The punk with the cut windpipe is the little brother of Yuri, a Russian mob boss. Seeing his brother dying, Yuri loses it and drags in the guys who were with him. He demands to know who did this, and they say it was an old man. Yuri can't believe one old guy beat 7 of them. Furious, he starts trashing the room, but then one of them pulls out a bus card Goodman dropped. Meanwhile, after last night's workout, Goodman's in a great mood and his son notices the bruises. Then his phone rings. It is an old colleague, warning him he is in trouble. One of the guys he beat up last night is Yuri's brother, a Russian mob boss. The call can only last 30 seconds before it is traced, so he tells Goodman to find the barber. He heads to a secret barbershop that is actually an intel hub for retired agents. The barber hands him a folder with everything on Yuri. Turns out, Yuri's a dangerous operator who controls the mob's cash flow. Yuri thinks the report's wrong. No normal enforcer could do this. So he has his tech guy dig deeper. Through a CIA contact, they finally pull Goodman's real file, extremely dangerous, former Black Ops. Looking at the photos, Yuri realizes this guy is no joke and orders his men to strike first. He brags that they'll take him alive, while Goodman's about to sit down for dinner with his family. Through the window, he spots 3 cars parked outside and knows immediately what is happening. He rushes his family into the basement, opens a hidden panel, kisses his wife, and seals the steel door. He cuts the power, the house goes dark, and the armed hit squad moves in with flashlights. They shoot the lock off and breach the door in a tight formation, clearly trained professionals. But their opponent is in a completely different league. With just a baseball bat, Goodman drops 2 fully armed men before they can react. He breaks the bat, uses the splintered end as a weapon, then moves to the kitchen for a knife. Before the next guy can react, his partner's already dead and Goodman wipes the blade and disappears. When another hitman shows up, Goodman grabs his rifle barrel, stabs him, and redirects the gun toward his backup. He takes the rifle and opens fire, but the driver shoots it out of his hands. Even with home advantage, he is outnumbered, and the driver tases him from behind. They throw him in the trunk, thinking the job's done and they can report back to Yuri. But Goodman wakes up in the trunk with his hands cuffed, so he dislocates his own thumb. He slips the cuffs, grabs a fire extinguisher, and kicks through the back seat. He blasts the cab with foam until the driver can't see and the car slams into a pole. Goodman crawls out slowly, while all 3 hitmen are dead on impact. He rushes home, flips the power back on, and starts cleaning up the carnage so his family doesn't see it. He loads his family into the car and tells them to stay away for a few days. He'll explain everything, but not yet. Goodman just needs his wife to trust him one more time. Once he ties up all the loose ends, he'll give her the answer she deserves. After his family leaves, he props up the sleeping hitmen so they look comfortable, then spots something under the couch. His daughter's lost cat bracelet. She'll be so happy. Then he grabs his emergency cash stash. If you kick the hornet's nest, finish the job. He doesn't just torch his own house. Goodman trades gold bars for a construction supply company, prepping for the coming war. He prepares glass bottles with nails, drills the staircase for traps, and readies oil drums with rebar. Guns and ammo fill the entire office. Then he grabs a can of gasoline and walks into the mob's vault alone. Machine gun in hand, he mows through every floor like an unstoppable force, killing everyone in his path. 2.5 minutes later, every guard in the vault is dead. He pours the gasoline into the sprinkler system, flooding the entire vault through the overhead sprinklers. He lights a stack of cash, tosses it casually, and the whole vault erupts in flames. $10 billion gone, turned to ash. Meanwhile, Julian's on stage performing completely unaware. Then he spots Goodman in the crowd, calmly eating a steak. Julian can't believe it. This guy's bold enough to walk into his club alone. Before his men can move, Goodman acts. He lifts the tablecloth to reveal a Claymore mine, enough firepower to level the whole place. Goodman asks for a private word. Julian clears the room. Goodman tells him the news. All his men are dead, and he drops a charred bill on the table as proof the vault's been incinerated. Julian's furious but forces himself to stay calm. Goodman lays out 2 options for him. Either they call a truce and go their separate ways, or they end this right here. Goodman picks up the Claymore and walks out through the crowd without a hint of fear. He sits in his car, waiting for Julian's answer. Deep down, he is hoping Julian will come. Sure enough, Julian takes the bait. Goodman grins, slams the gas, and spins the car around to face him. He parks on the opposite side, locks eyes with Julian, practically daring him to follow. The showdown begins. Julian and his crew chase him straight to the construction yard. Goodman makes sure they can find him. He dodges gunfire, but takes a bullet to the shoulder and gets pinned behind the car. Glass shatters above. He looks up and sees his contact, risking his life to provide cover fire. Then his elderly contact appears with a double-barrel shotgun. Under covering fire, the 2 of them push inside the factory. Once they're in the office, the old man's cursing with excitement, saying he has missed firefights like this. As the enemy sneaks in, father and son open fire from both sides, catching them completely off guard. Goodman hits a switch. The hydraulic press activates, triggering a grenade that takes out the front line. His contact sets up a sniper rifle on the stairwell and drops one guy immediately. The rest charge upstairs. They trigger a trap on the stairs. Bodies fly in every direction. His contact nails 3 consecutive headshots. Out of ammo, he throws the rifle at one guy and kicks another straight through the doorway. The guy lands in razor wire. Without hesitation, he slaps a switch and the man's launched out the window. The old man's moving with his shotgun, dropping thugs one by one. More enemies rush in. The old man fires at a glass bottle rigged with nails. The attackers shredded instantly. Goodman keeps retreating. It looks desperate, but he is in total control. He calmly sets a mousetrap mechanism. Then, lights the fuse. He flips a switch. The rebar cannon impales the enemy like a pincushion. Finally, the 3 form a triangle. They clear the remaining thugs in seconds. Then Julian himself steps into the arena. He opens up with a submachine gun. The 3 of them are out of ammo and scrambling for a plan. Goodman calmly pulls out the Claymore mine and tapes it to a sheet of bulletproof glass. He holds the shield like Captain America and charges straight at Julian. Once he is close enough, he pulls the pin. The blast erases Julian. He tells the other 2 to leave, while he stays behind to clean up the scene. Soon he is in an interrogation room. The agents ask who he really is. Goodman just lights a cigarette. They don't believe a nobody took down an entire crime family. Then both agents get a phone call. Their faces go blank. In that moment, they realize the man in front of them is way above their clearance level. Goodman, who saw this coming, is already reviewing his MVP highlight reel in his head.